Derek, how long were you in Boston? 16 years, right?
How many years did you live in a sewer? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Don't hate. I grew up 5 miles from the greatest city in the world. You're just angry about that. It's okay.
I think it's presumptuous to call any city the greatest city in the world. How about that?
I think New York is up there. Anyway, haters will hate.
Oh, you enjoy the sewage.
Hey, everybody. It's Shit Talk Reviews. It's a feel-good Friday here, though it may not feel like it. It truly is a feel-good Friday for a number of reasons, not the least of which is because we're talking about one of my favorite bands today, and that's Tesseract. Sorry. For those few people who actually listen, I'm John and
Derek
and David.
Oh, it's so good to be here. I say that, but it feels hollow today.
It's good to be here. I like at least the band's back together in one room. I don't like when we're not together.
You don't like the space between?
I don't. Even being away from Derek, I don't like it. He's growing on me.
I'm thrilled to be away from you. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't see you for 3 days this week, and it was the best 3 days of my life.
The glorious 3 days.
It was. He largely is like living or being near a man that wears a diaper, and not in a good way. He's awful.
What is the good way for wearing a diaper? For a full-grown adult to be wearing a diaper?
Not Dave's way. Listen, my mom always told me when I was younger, if they pick on you, that means they like you. So in Derek's case,
this is
he'll
Dave,
never admit it.
This is Dave kicking you in the shin over and over again.
I'm happy that we're talking about War of Being because I know you've been chomping at the bit for a number of weeks, and it's a great album, and let's get into it.
Yeah, definitely.
John, I have some story notes for this album. If
story notes?
Well, just a little behind, a little backstory to the album, if you like.
Is you're going to grace us with some of your in-depth research?
I am.
Oh, he's putting the glasses on.
Yeah. I don't understand why Derek's got to be such a jerk sometimes.
The
War of Being is a fight for acceptance, a battle of existence, and a resistance against ego, states the band's Daniel Tompkins. It's a struggle for control as we cut through the white noise of reality. It's the need to know and identify with oneself, the accept and understand of what we stand for. There's an urgent need to tear the mask away and reveal your true self. And that's this was about. Proceed.
That little bit of information just made my day. I don't know about you, John.
I'll withhold comment until later. I appreciate that there's some context.
I love where the album stems from and what they're thinking at that time.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Let's skip ahead, not give any backstory of the band or who's in it. Let's just I like that you just jumped right into it.
I just wanted to start with that. That's all.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah.
This is your show today.
No, it's not my show. My God.
It is.
You make this so difficult.
It's for you today.
Can we get to the fucking backstory? Let's go.
Yeah. The band out of the UK, founded in 2003 by Ackle Caney. They are a progressive metal band, gent, call it what you will. They touch on a lot of different styles, ambient, very technical stuff, atmospheric stuff on all their records, lots of mixes, a mix of clean and really aggro, gnarly vocals. Their production levels are always high on all their albums. They're a bunch of really talented guys. Ackle handles a lot of the mixing and mastering. I won't say that he did it on this record because I do think they brought some outsiders in, but Amos Williams, the bass player, is a pretty monster engineer in his own right. So a lot of talent as far as putting these albums together, both musically and on the tech side. And I won't lie. I'm very excited to talk about it.
It felt like to me, they are the Pink Floyd of gent.
I will circle back around to that comment a little later in this conversation.
Okay. It's funny because I have that in my notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this record for a while. I think their last one was 7 years ago. Current band members, Daniel Tompkins on vocals, He also sang for Sky Harbor, which is another really great band. Jay Postones on drums, James Monteith on rhythm guitar, Amos Williams on bass, and of course Ackle on, they call it lead guitar, but these guys, either one of them could be a lead guitar player, either one could be a rhythm player. They're both astonishing players. So I am, as Derek said, I'm a huge Tesseract fan, so there may be a little bias that'll probably show through in this review. It is what it is. I in my estimation, this album is kind of all over the place, but in the best way possible. A mix of all the styles that Tesseract has employed on all their previous albums, and I love it. I think it's a fucking incredible record.
I'd be curious to hear, John, what you feel about this album opposed to the others, based on they had two lead singers before Tompkins. Well, Tompkins, the original, went through two singers, and Tompkins came back, correct?
Elliot Coleman.
Right. Elliot and Ash O'Hara, I think, was the other one. So I'd be interested to see what your take is on the transformation from when he left to those guys to where we are now. So.
Well, Daniel started early on in the band, and he was on their EP Concealing Fate, which was 2010, I think. And he can do the real aggro, aggressive stuff, as well as a strong, clean vocal singer. Elliot Coleman came in, and then Ash O'Hara came in for Altered State, and he doesn't do any aggro vocals.
Right.
But I think that his primarily clean singing there's still a lot of power on that record. And I would recommend Altered State specifically as an album for somebody who wants to explore the progressive metal or gent genre, but who struggles with the really aggressive vocals, because there's a lot of power on that album. It's just not screamy vocals. So I love it. It's one of my favorite Tesseract albums. Altered State is.
I went back to Sonder from 2018 just to listen to that album before we got to this one, and it was phenomenal. But I think I liked this one a little better than that one, but it was great. I liked it. So
I got introduced to prog with you 5 years ago, like really into it. Meshuggah for me is where it's at. I like the aggression. It's unrelenting. For me with this album, I had to get over that there's not a ton of the aggression. And once I did that and got into listening to songs like The Burden and Tender, I felt like they are a modern Pink Floyd in the gent progressive era. They're doing a lot of weird timing patterns with drums, a lot of instruments, a lot of experimentation. And frankly, when you look at Daniel Tompkins or you listen to him, he could do anything. He could be on Broadway.
He's awesome.
He can be a demon. He can be Tender, to use that song as an example, and huge talent, tremendous talent. And once I was able to get past needing to hear aggression, I really appreciated the album for what it is. And there's a lovely ebb and flow to it. It was thoughtful. It's not ripping your head off all the time, but it's also not putting you to sleep and giving you a lullaby all the time. And there's a good flow.
There's a lot of subtlety on the record, and I called that out on one of the tracks, "Burden." But it's one of the things that I've always liked about Tesseract, and again, it's on full display in this album, that they use a ton of very subtle tricks and subtle layers that don't slap you in the face, but the aggregate of all those subtleties and all those layers make a big, huge, epic presentation of music.
What was nice is 1, 2, 3, there's like 4 of these songs that had some nice instrumentals in them, which was nice to see, For me, this was 2 albums, the first 6 tracks, and then album 2 is Sirens, Burden, and Sacrifice, because it's different. The last 3 songs were so different to me. So, and to Derek's point, it's funny because Burden reminded me of a Pink Floyd song. It just did. So, it was great. I liked it. It was a great flow. But John, to your point, I love the different stuff they added, and for me, it was the instrumentals that stuck out the most during some of the songs.
Yeah,
Legion was a release. And I always kind of laugh about Imagine Dragons, because a lot of rock fans today love Imagine Dragons. And when I imagine dragons, I imagine destruction and fire and brimstone. And it's just, for me, it's not good rock music. Legion to me is something that should be on the radio and probably isn't, like mainstream radio. And it could be, especially the cut that they put out for release. It's a solid song. And what I would love to see is for the mainstream to embrace this type music for rock and roll versus Imagine Dragons, which is it's fine. They're fine in they're fine in their own right, but they sound like everything.
Yeah, that's a great point, Derek. Yeah.
What I wondered how you were able to sort of reconcile in your own mind a lot of the syncopation, the off time stuff. Did you find it acceptable? No. And
loved it. I War of Being, my God. I mean,
forget
11. Oh shit. An 11-minute song that was unbelievable and had everything in it. Everything from just the soft sound to the heavy sound to the growls. The beginning of that song makes me want to punch Derek in the face. That was so good.
That's the first time I heard that, and I think it was either the Gray and War of Being were the two first singles to come out, and I don't remember which was which. But
the thing of War of Being is it was the placement of it. I thought it should have been right out of the gate. I thought it was a little too far in because it followed up with a Siren's Burden and Sacrifice, which was more toned back. So I was like, wow, after 11 minutes of hearing that, it kind of was like, all right, party's over. We're going to get into this now.
See, now I thought Natural Disaster was a great album opener, because again, it encompassed a lot of what Tesseract does all in the context of one song.
Table
I
Setter.
That song, I did.
Table Setter.
Mm-hmm. War of Being, though, that opening riff, man, it's just such a stank face riff, and it just punches you right in the face.
Yeah,
it's just so good.
The whole album is really, really like that. It was great. It's a good album.
The Gray was my favorite, and I like the melodic and heavy trade off. I thought that the way that they were able to be Two-Face, from Batman, it's like boom, boom, like 1 second heavy, 1 second beautiful.
Yeah. What was nice about that?
Yeah, thanks for cutting me off.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I appreciate that, Dave. The other thing I heard in there is some of the guitars felt like Queensryche. There was a little hint of some Queensryche in there. Not a lot, not a ton. But it just, there's ever so slightly that was really nice. Music aficionados. I mean, that's what they are. And I felt like the ability to trade off like that on the Gray was just tremendous, and really enjoyed that track.
What was nice about the Grays, it started with a cool bass line, and then at like the 4-minute mark, it almost had like a bass instrumental in it, which you don't hear ever. It was really nice to add that into the song. It was just a really good song. So,
Amos is one of those players too. He's got heavy chops, and bass players don't often get pushed out front a little bit.
Yeah.
And Sacrifice was one of those, just a slap bass heavy track, and it's a lovely album. All their albums are great. I would say, if you're not familiar with Tesseract, and I mentioned this before, if you want to get into this kind of music, Altered State from 2013 is a great record to do so, because you can get the progressive metal feel without the super aggressive vocals. One of my favorites is Concealing Fate, their EP, their debut EP in 2010. And I'll tell you, we had some of this going earlier. They did a performance, you'd call it, in 2020 called Portals, and it's absolutely worth a watch. They played songs from a bunch of their different albums, and it was I wouldn't say they reimagined the songs because they were fairly true to the album, but just a great performance of the band, and the audio is super clean. The production is great. It's a fun watch. Mike Mallion, the drummer from Monuments, actually sat in and played because Jay, Tesseract's drummer, got stuck in Texas. He couldn't travel because of the Cove. But Mallion did a fucking amazing job, and he's a great drummer in his own right. But
John, do they normally do instrumentals like this in their songs for a minute or two? Just kind of throw them in the middle.
Yeah. They let that music take a journey.
Love it. Yeah, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
I have a question for you, and maybe it's getting into my psychology, but why did I like the laid back parts the sing along parts with Tesseract, but not with Periphery. I heard boy band.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're predisposed to. We know you're a big boy band fan.
No, I love it. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I was trying to figure that out on the way down. I was listening this morning for one last spin, and I just found Periphery just so offensive and off the reservation. These guys stayed on a really big reservation, but it never felt forced to me. It just was a listening experience and a very modern Pink Floyd-ish listening experience.
Well, the first time I heard this front to back, we've talked about where we all listen to music. A lot of us listen to it in the car, or, you listen to it at work when you're sitting at your desk or whatever. You're out mowing the lawn, maybe, whatever. And I was so excited to listen to this record. I went outside. You guys know I have a lot of like woodsy jungle property here in Florida. And I went outside, I put on a really good pair of headphones, and I spun the record up, and I just sat out in a lawn chair and, like beautiful natural surroundings. Nice. And I was just like, I just want to experience the record. As I listened to the record, I just kept thinking, like, well, that was maybe 3/4 the way through the record. And I started thinking, I think this may be Tesseract's Dark Side of the Moon. To me, it's that big a record. It's that good. It's that well put together. The songs are that well written. And we know I'm not a big lyrics guy, but there's some lyrics that really caught me in this. One of them is in the gray that stuck out. I've been living life in monochrome. I'm the gray upon the sea, so entangled up in the brevity and the constant tragedy.
Yeah. It's funny how all three of us thought of Pink Floyd, right?
And that particular line, just people, I'm sure a lot of people have felt that way, but that one really resonated. We all go through that kind of shit, and but yeah, so lyrically, musically, the overall feel and power of the album, I just got me thinking, like, this is one. This may be, and this is just my opinion, of course, but this may be Tesseract's best work to date. And we recently talked about Dark Side of the Moon, and that's why I thought, shit, this is for me and the kind of stuff I like, this is Dark Side level music. So I just can't give enough props to these guys for this record. I think they absolutely fucking knocked it out of the park.
Like I said, the first 6 tracks were so good. And then the last 3 were really so different, but I didn't mind. It was nice to end with Siren's Burden and Sacrifice. It was
standouts.
Well done, man.
Well, I'll tell you, my standouts are War of Being and Sacrifice. I mean, War of Being, again, we talked, it's just, it fucking smacks you in the face, but it's such a ride and goes, way over here and then way over there, but it keeps coming back to that center point. And same thing with Sacrifice. It's a beautiful piece of music, different from War of Being, but it's a great song.
War of Being, Echoes, and Burden were just, Burden just was great. It's War of Being, though, I think is the best song on this album. Gives you the chills when that song starts. My God.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Are you done? Can I talk now?
Sure, go ahead. Listen, sometimes when you want to say something, you just got to speak up. That's what I do.
Or walk all over everybody. Me talk now.
Listen, who's got the fans on this show? Me.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, BetterHelp.
All right, you ready? The Gray,
yeah,
War of Being, and the Burden. Love the chorus when that thing hits. Very emotional. And again, at 5:30, watching the sun come up, listening to the Burden, perfect moment.
Yeah. Well, again, I talking about where people listen to music and how people experience music, and what you surround yourself with when you're listening to something you like or you're hearing something for the first time, can certainly have an impact on how that is received. If you're having a great day, you might take it differently than if you're having a really fucking shitty week or whatever, and you listen to something. And, getting to watch the sun come up as you hear an amazing piece of music, it just kind of, the whole thing is elevated as a result. What you're hearing, what you're seeing.
It's epiphany type stuff. You just go, I'm alive. I'm not here to work.
Yeah.
What a thought,
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
So, well, let's put numbers on this thing. I'll go first. It's a fucking 9.5 all day. I just, the production quality is top notch. The performance quality is consistent with everything they've done before. They all are incredible players, and not only would I say it's consistent with their prior releases, it's an aggregation of all their best stuff, and therefore it's a hard 9.5 for me.
I almost gave this a 10.
Really?
I'm going to give it a 9.5. Yeah,
Strong.
it was that good. When you could put this an album on from top to bottom and love every song, so I almost gave this a 10. I honestly did, but 9.5 for me.
I wouldn't have questioned you if you had.
Yeah, it was that good. This was a great pick, John. This is an awesome band. I love it.
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah, I went 4. I just hated it. I'm just kidding with you. No, I'm a knuckle dragger, so I'll go 8.75.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted a little more of the aggression. I really liked their aggressive side. I liked their mellow side too. There was just a little too much of the mellow in the ebb and flow for me, and that's my personal taste. Production wise, great, great album, top to bottom. If you're new to Gent, this is an album for you.
Yeah. Listen, check out Concealing Fate then if you like the aggro side of Tesseract. I think you'll really dig it.
You got it.
So we're gonna go see. They are in Tampa. I keep forgetting
November
the date.
11th. Yep,
it's a Saturday 11th. In Tampa at the Orpheum, I think. So we're gonna go see them and rattle their cages. They will be performing with Alluvial with Wes Hauck, another absolute fucking monstrous guitar player. His band is incredible. And Intervals with Aaron Marshall. I don't know who plays in his band, but he's incredible too, and they're a great band. So that will be a fucking great show, I'm sure. So come out and find us, and we'll deface your face with a sticker.
Would you did this like a little Spirit Adrift or Earn a little bit in this album?
I wouldn't. No,
I felt it a little bit, but. I'm just saying.
Speaking of Earn, though, we Derek just got his hands on a signed Earn album, which we have up for a giveaway on the website. So
it's free. Go sign up.
Yeah, come by the website. Do you have to say the dub anymore?
No.
Are we past that? So yeah, shittalkreviews.com. Sign up for the mailing list. You can sign up for the giveaway. And we throw this nonsense on the YouTubes if you're listening to it. And if you do see it on the YouTubes, we have been told to ask that you hit the like button and the subscribe and the notification bell and all that hooey for whatever you're supposed to do. Why? I don't know. They just say that you're supposed to say it. So hit the little bell and shit.
And we don't do this for money or notoriety. We just do this for fun to hang out with Dave for some fucking reason. So
it's all about
hitting
Dave.
Subscribe and all of that is purely for Dave.
Thank you.
And you might get some clips of Dave's sweet dance moves sent to you.
They're sweet.
They are sweet. They are sweet.
Yeah,
who's next? What? I'm sorry. What? Something about a chicken? Did I hear something about a chicken just now?
A chicken? No.
I'm clearly hearing things. Okay.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. So who's next?
Derek.
Derek next.
Right? Yeah. Patriarchs in Black. Our friend Eric Morgan. The album name is My Veneration. It's a rock record. Think Black Sabbath. Think old school rock and roll. It's pretty obvious that they too are kind of raging against Imagine Dragons and trying to make
rock again,
and dangerous and all of those things. And it's worthy of time. It's worthy to get introduced to him. Our friend Johnny Kelly from Typo Negative plays drums and writes and records. And so, look, this is a cool record. We'll get into it, and I'm excited to talk about it next week.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I guess that about does it. If you haven't heard it yet, listen to any Tesseract is good Tesseract, but War of Being is an exceptionally good record, and can't recommend it enough. And I won't stop talking about it for a while. So you guys will probably have to suffer through hearing it around the office for a while. Yeah,
I won't be suffering because I can listen to this all day. This is
nice.
You know what I can't listen to all day?
Me.
That fucking mouth. Me, I.
That's not true. That's so not true.
Oh, shit.
Me and my fans.
He does have a lot of fans. So, well, that's what he says anyway.
right, take us out.
All right. You guys have a great weekend, and I absolutely can wait before I see you again.
All right. I feel the same. I can't wait to see you guys again.
Go change your
boy.
underpants.
Okay.